talented on it. It didn't matter how experienced the other player was and how many times he played it. It just didn't matter. So yeah, if it does get picked, it's going to be interesting to see how natural talent versus actual experience comes into play. But his first game in the tournament here today, DDK, MaGGoTkil versus Damien here on, well, the only map, Lost World. And I'm watching Damien off the spawn.
Yeah, he's not a player that gets a lot of cam time in these tournaments in the FACEIT Sunday Cup, so it'd be cool to see how he performs. Of course, just from having seen MaGGoTkil so often, I'm going to throw the advantage over to him. And Damien with a bit of opening damage at the beginning of the match, and he's going to get himself on that red arm. But look at this drop from MaGGoTkil. He just shuts down Damien7 completely. There was nowhere for Damien7 to go, and that was just a case of just being completely outplayed.
Yeah, definitely. As actually Damien was a little bit unlucky not to push him off the map there toward the lava with the LG, that opening burst. So could have gone the other way, but yeah, as we can see, MaGGoTkil in full control at the moment. Actually, Damien's going to have a really tough time picking up anything at the moment, because after MaGGoTkil picks up this red, he's got plenty of time to decide which yellow he wants to get onto, or the Mega. And it's actually a risky move by Damien, surely going to go to MaGGoTkil's favor. And yeah, I mean, still, same situation. MaGGoTkil has all the weapons on the map. Damien has nothing.
Yeah, the only thing going for Damien7 right now is that MaGGoTkil's kind of a little bit out of position going for that Mega, but he's got all the weapons. He wanted to go for that rocket jump. That was a great move. Didn't pay off initially for the frag, but Damien7 is going to go in for the play on the red, and he's going to receive a lot of nasty LG damage, which will be the death of him, moving it 3-0 right now, as we see Damien7 trying to stay alive over at the plasma side. MaGGoTkil can't really push in. He doesn't have the stack to do so. So it's an okay situation now for Damien7 to kind of recuperate, but this is very interesting here. He's trying to get himself on that red, very cheeky.
Yeah, I kind of like that damage outburst with the plasma anyway, and again with the LG. I mean, Damien's just got pushed forward on the mind at the moment, and he's just got to be careful he doesn't give away too many frags by doing so. I mean, you keep him Maggot low, which is a good thing. As you said, MaGGoTkil's not going to be in a position to push forward, just because on this map it's very easy to push back around the corners and utilize the rocket launchers. Obviously, at the moment, Damien doesn't have one, but MaGGoTkil's going to allow him entry into the middle map, and now Damien's got everything he needs to work with.
Yeah, he's looking really good for the first time. He's going to actually finally get that red, but here goes MaGGoTkil diving on over there. But the problem is that now he has to get through this teleporter, and you can see he's going to go for the grenade jump. Doesn't want to, but that's a bit risky there, and it actually kind of works, and he gets away with his life. So, I mean, he took a lot of damage, kind of messed up the jump, but he's alive, and I think that's the best result he could have hoped for.
Yeah, it's actually nice to see a player do those kind of tricks in backstream, to be honest. We're going to see another LG engage over here in this middle area, and finally Damien will get on the board, and I guess only a matter of time with that aggression that he would pick up a frag, and actually done it with quite a lot of stack at the moment. He just need to find the 50 HP, but I'm sure that is up waiting for him, as I don't believe MaGGoTkil picked it up. Oh, no, actually, it isn't there, so this is still a tense situation for him, as MaGGoTkil does have the LG and the rocket launcher in middle map.
Yeah, let's see if Damien7's going to be able to capitalize on this, try to catch out MaGGoTkil. He's got that Mega picked up by his opponent there, which is quite unfortunate, giving a lot of room for MaGGoTkil here. And now it's Damien7 who's in this very precarious position to try to escape without taking damage, and MaGGoTkil's going to opt to not put on the pressure on the tele exit there. Instead, he's on those shards. Damien7 with the LG trying to take this fight, and actually MaGGoTkil, I believe he ran out of ammunition there. Very inopportune moment to do that, and Damien7's going to pick up the frag, and it looks like he's one frag away from tying the match now.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Damien's LG doesn't look that strong. MaGGoTkil just seems to be getting caught out in the most awkward situations whilst he was defending red earlier on. He's got a high percentage, but I'm not going to expect that tells the full story. And yeah, now we're seeing MaGGoTkil back. We've got pretty much even stacks across the board, and I'm expecting maybe a bit of a fight over this red armor. Whether Damien will drop down or not, we'll see, but he's certainly in a position to. And actually, yeah, here he comes. Brilliant opening rocket.
That was just great timing. Couldn't have gone better for him, really. And he's tied up now, and I'm not sure really how MaGGoTkil's going to find his way back in immediately. At least we have the Mega for Damien7 spawning, but actually look at that, bad timing on Damien7's side, or at least perhaps he didn't have the item time from when it was last taken. And that's a really good way for MaGGoTkil to capitalize, bring himself back in this. But that was a great opening up in that engagement. So MaGGoTkil is at least very low. It's very even right now. Can Damien7 get the right spawn that he needs to actually capitalize here?
Yeah, he's managed to pick up the red armor. I think it was definitely a case of him not having the Mega time, because so far Damien's timing on that red has been, you know, pitch perfect. to the millisecond. He's always been there ready and waiting to challenge MaGGoTkil. And I think MaGGoTkil, that's got to be something he expects now. Expects Damien to make the plays on these items, and he can really capitalize by perhaps overthinking where Damien's going to come in from next, and certainly a possibility. But he is leading here still on the map, down by this red armor. Damien will get it again. MaGGoTkil just got to be careful he doesn't have too much armor to work with, and that's a brilliant opening rocket. And actually, MaGGoTkil could probably afford to stick around here for a little bit, as Damien doesn't have that rocket launcher or a grenade to spam down. So I'm actually kind of surprised MaGGoTkil's going to allow him out of here, perhaps. Oh no, here he goes. Yeah,
oh, into the grenade. That was so perfect. He's even stole away the 50. That couldn't have gone better again. But look at that spawn. So perfect. Damien7 with the shotgun. 4 health remains, but it's just enough to survive and grab the red, rather. And the 50 is not actually that far away. If he wanted to wait for it, he could have done. But yeah, that's actually an amazing move there from MaGGoTkil. It's a shame for him that the spawn was so bad.
Yeah, definitely. I think, though, the key for Damien now is he's getting good time on red armor, so he really needs to get a time on Mega Health, because after each kill he's getting, he's not really able to capitalize on it. And there again, MaGGoTkil's low, but he'll be in a position to get Mega yet again. And I'm just going to pick up the scoreboard. Can we see how many Mega Healths we've had go to Damien? Yeah, just 2. So despite all those red armors, it's really not allowing him to push forward as much as he'd like. And that's going to be another one on the board, 7-4.
And I have to bring out the point that in the face of this gauntlet aggression, that the fight at the upper corridor was really awkward. It felt like MaGGoTkil does have a big advantage on the fighting abilities, the aim and kind of dodging and tactical movement, because previously you did bring up that Damien's LG didn't seem so on point, and I think that was really shining, or that fact at least was shining in that fight, because he had an advantage going into the opener, but it didn't quite, it kind of fizzled out very quickly, and MaGGoTkil just turned it around with just better shots. And that seems to be the case. I feel like Damien's had a lot of chances.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of opportunity to deal a lot of free damage, which he has done. It's just when MaGGoTkil starts returning fire, it's almost like Damien falls apart a little bit. And again, I'm just going to put that down to the fact that he doesn't have the additional boost with his Mega Health. And when he takes his fight, it's not really in an opportunity to pick up a 50 HP or anything like that. He's always on the middle level of outside, or just away from health in general. So just maybe the opportunities Damien's going for isn't perhaps the most optimal for, I don't know, his ability here in the first map of the tournament, which is always your warm-up, so to speak.
Yeah, the first map, I mean, the first map really is a big deal. It's the map you get to kind of get over any tournament nerves you have, but Damien7, he does just take the fight straight to MaGGoTkil's face and forces a trade there, but it's going to work out worse off for him, because Mega's going to go to MaGGoTkil. He's not going to have the LG, so that's going to be a pretty big priority to keep to close spaces till he has that. Or he has this positional advantage, so that works too.
I mean, that's the thing. Even when MaGGoTkil dropped down there, he was in a position to back onto the 50 HP. I just feel like Damien isn't really thinking outside of the box on that respect. But yeah, sorry, another little engage here in this opening level.
Yeah, but 2 minutes before frags. Damien7's got a lot of work ahead of him at the moment, and he's going to circle around. Oh my goodness, that was really awesomely timed there. Nice prediction coming in from MaGGoTkil to make that frag happen. His opponent will grab the Mega regardless, but beautiful rocket jump there, using the terrain to drop him on that mid-level very quickly, but Damien7 will defend, but I gotta love that. The flare there from MaGGoTkil.
Yeah, really good play with the spam across the map on the Mega Health. And time is definitely running out now, including the respawn delay. I mean, it is still possible, but of every map in Quake Live, definitely one of the hardest. Unless, of course, you're Demon and you throw it. But
oh, shots fired.
Yeah, well, last week it was quite a huge throw.
Yeah, that's true.
Almost taking Cypher away, but yeah. Anyway, 70 seconds.
Here we go. Damien7 showing some nice LG, but MaGGoTkil wasn't really able to dodge much there. But regardless, 3 frags now for a minute left in play. He's going to try to cut off MaGGoTkil, but if MaGGoTkil has any amount of experience, he should be able to do this on Lost World. It's one of the easiest maps to really just escape constantly and be a complete pain in the ass of your opponent in that sense. But 40 seconds left now, 3 frags. Damien7 he's waiting for some kind of sound, something there. He catches a glimpse of his opponent, but can he catch him?
Yeah, that's the question. I really don't think it's going to be possible. I mean, even if he was to get the frag and then find him off the spawn, the distance you have to be across the map to actually force the spawns is just so far to really capitalize and actually get the frag, particularly without a railgun as well. And there's going to be another one on the board for MaGGoTkil. And GG is called. With 10 seconds remaining. And yeah, our first win here that we've covered today going to be MaGGoTkil. But not perhaps for his name, because I have no idea what a MaGGoTkil is.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that either, but indeed GG's exchanged. Quick look at the pickups. You can see that Damien hailing from Italy and MaGGoTkil from the UK. And so yeah, it does seem that the megas were a huge difference on the items. I mean, some of the yellows as well, but I think it was the point that you made as well previously. The megas are really huge. They're a massive kind of pivotal kind of point on Lost World, especially if you're the guy out of control. It's a way you can really even up the fight, because you don't have to take that open engagement on the open areas with the LGs. Instead, you can take that close one, and you're going to be with less of a stack. So that's always going to favor you, because LG with worse stack, you're always just I don't know, giving that to the gods, so to say.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I said, every fight Damien didn't really have any health to back into, and every fight he did take, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure he followed it through to either the kill or the death. So it wasn't like he actively tried to do some damage, fall back, stack up a little bit, and come back in again. And yeah, I don't know.
All right, so MaGGoTkil, he will make his way through, and we'll take a quick break, guys. We'll be back here live on FACEIT TV soon with more action for the first Sunday Cup of the spring season. Stick